Welcome everybody to Google Cloud Innovators in Telecommunications. I have with me today Deepika, and Deepika, could you please introduce yourself?
Hi everyone, I'm Deepika Dusimilli and I am the Chief Data and AI Officer for BT, British Telecom, that operates out of UK.
Well, Deepika, thanks for joining us today because we're focused on trying to create the AI-driven telecom. And you guys are doing a lot of very interesting things. How are you laying the foundation?
I mean, everything with AI starts with data, right? Our first and foremost thing that we did was to be able to bring all of our data to Google Cloud, to be able to focus on our data standards, our data foundations, our data security, our data governance. That was the main foundation for all of us. And from that, you have insights. You could use the data to do many innovative things, right? And the second thing that we in BT and across digital focused was to be able to simplify our processes, to be able to look at our end-to-end processes, to be able to see where AI innovation could help or how we can simplify everything we do. We've done a lot of simplify across our architecture and understanding our end-to-end processes, how we could leverage process mining, data understanding from there was really key to setting up the foundations. And the next thing is obviously people. If you do not educate your people, if you don't understand the change management you need to be able to bring, if you do not understand the new skill sets that you need to bring into the organization, and how do you educate your people, and how do you take your business as well as your customers and your people and your colleagues across in the journey, then you won't win. So I think laying those foundations of governance, bringing the data together, understanding our end-to-end processes, and bringing our people together has been the best foundations we've thought about and laid for our next step into the future and strategy.
You have to lay the foundation. Data is a key. We're as good as our data and the cleanliness of that. So what use cases did you start to focus on as you laid that foundation? What's the core there? Where's your focus?
I think if you look at BT's history, right? For about 2 years ago, we did not have access to any cloud technologies, right? The first use case for us across the company was to be able to understand what are all the databases we have? How do we bring all of the data to one spot? How do we clean the data? How do we make data available? What part of data do we want it structured? What part of data need not be structured? How do we bring our PII data? We spent a lot of time with Google to be able to understand our security concerns and how do we, lay a path to green of where we go. I think the primary use cases we started was the use case of bringing all of the data together, our security use cases, access to data use cases, and then there's a lot of value that is driving already for us. And then the AI use cases come up, right? Where we are absolutely focusing on getting things done, to how do we bring wings and how do we get a lot of foundation to our fellow colleagues and how do we do things much faster and with more productivity. And then sales and service across all of our businesses is extremely important for us to be able to say, how do we bring the right products to our customers and how do we then service them with intention? So these are the use cases.
So you've democratized the data. You're now getting them into the really valuable areas so that your organization can leverage it. And you mentioned AI and Gen AI, and that's in your title.
Yes.
What is that? How are we ready? Are you guys ready? What are we doing now?
I think the world is ready. The customers are ready. Everybody is ready to be able to adopt, to be able to get the productivity out, to be able to use the efficiency. I think we did a lot of, there's a lot of surveys being done out there where we say about 76% of the customers are changing their life goals because of what AI brings to them, right? So if the customers are ready, we as companies should be ready, and techcos and telcos should be ready to be able to give the right products back to the customers and treat them with the same level of experience they have outside a techco or a telco company, right? So absolutely ready for it. And we, in fact, are quite ambitious. We absolutely want to use all the data we've got to be able to give great outcomes for us. We absolutely want to use AI and Gen AI for the right sustainable purposes, efficiency purposes, productivity purposes, and we absolutely want to underpin and for AI to empower where we go.
Well, I think that's really critical. And there's no better partnership than the one that we have. And I know we're focused on the data and the AI. And how do you view that partnership? And why partner with Google Cloud?
Yeah, and for us, partnership actually means badgeless partnership, right? We absolutely thrive, and the right place to be is to be able to work as one team. The space where you can talk about data coming together. I think we worked relentlessly for our security use cases together between Google and BT. And that was a great partnership to be able to have. And that only worked because we worked as one team to be able to understand where is the data going. We built data fabric together, the nuances of data fabric together. There was a lot of leaning in from Google out there. And all of the innovation that the cloud technology is going to bring, the length and breadth and your technical expertise and our use case expertise and all of that comes together to be able to serve that up. And everything to do with AI as well, right? We are going to leverage a lot of Vertex, Gemini, and all the practices that we are operating in. And also field operations AI that you guys have is very, very close to our heart and how we operate and service within BT. So I think the overarching innovation, the engineering efficiency that you guys bring, and the partnership that we have together is the key to the success.
Well, I know we're thrilled with the partnership and bringing innovation, not just from us, but it's like you said, together. And we really look forward to what's to come. Crystal ball time. 2 years from now, 3 years from now, we sit down and we have a conversation. What are you going to say, Brian? Here's the most successful thing we've done.
I think the biggest thing that you could do in any organization is to simplify everything you do. Have that edge customer understanding. Who are you going after? How are you servicing them? Before even they know they have a need, right? You understand your customer at the heart, and you're able to service and sell and operate in their life as a telco or a techco, right? So I think that is the edge we are looking for to give the customers. And I hope together we can step into the future and give our customers the best experience they can have in the next 2 years.
Well, Deepika, I really do appreciate you sitting down with us and sharing a lot of that knowledge and more about the partnership. And you're absolutely right. The customer's at the center of it. You're customer focused. You guys are now, moving very fast. We're right there with you, and we appreciate what we can do in the future.
Thank you so much, Ben. Thank you for having me.
And that's it for now in Google Cloud and telecommunications and helping you become an AI-driven telecom.